Hello everyone and welcome back IAS aspirants. You are tuned into another highly focused explainer right here on Rungta IAS Academy's channel. Today, we are diving into a genuinely high-yield case study for your General Studies Paper 3 Environment syllabus. We're looking at the restoration of Kerala's sacred groves. I'm Faculty A, and sitting right across from me to help decode this for your mains and interview prep is Faculty B.
Thanks for having me. Aspirants, listen closely, because this topic is an absolute goldmine for your GS3 paper. It perfectly bridges traditional conservation knowledge with modern, state-led ecological restoration. Just take a look at this incredibly lush, dense vegetation. This is a sacred grove, a true green hub. And the reason we're talking about it today is a brand new, vital pilot restoration program. This has been initiated by the Kerala State Biodiversity Board, the KSBB, and they are working hand in glove with local biodiversity management committees. You know, this kind of decentralized approach, it's exactly what UPSC examiners are hunting for in your governance and environment answers.
Absolutely spot on. But before we get completely lost in the administrative weeds, we need to make sure your foundational concepts are rock solid. So let's look at the local definition. Down in Kerala, a sacred grove is locally known as a Kavu. I really want you to grab a pen and note this down right now. If you're hit with a question on in situ conservation, your mains introduction literally needs to state that kavus are culturally protected ecosystems that support rare, endemic, and medicinal plant species and help conserve soil and water. That right there is a perfectly framed examiner-friendly sentence.
Exactly. And to give your case study some real, undeniable weight, you need geographical specifics. The KSBB didn't just throw darts at a map. They strategically selected 5 specific pilot locations across the state for this initial phase. We've got Ijikara in Ernakulam district, Pattancherry in Palakkad, Vilayapalli in Kozhikode, Irati in Kannur, and Udama in Kasarago district. Trust me, casually dropping even 2 of these locations with their correct local pronunciation during your interview, it's going to show the panel you have immense administrative awareness.
So the big question staring us in the face is, why do these historically protected ecosystems even need restoration in the first place? Well, the threats essentially boil down to a tug-of-war between 2 main factors. On one side, we have intense developmental pressures. Think infrastructure, drastic land use changes, rapid urbanization. And on the flip side, we are seeing changing socio-cultural practices. As traditional community beliefs kind of fade away, the natural, built-in protection these groves enjoyed for centuries is disappearing right along with them. Keep these 2 exact phrases in mind. They are your absolute golden keywords when analyzing the environmental degradation of traditional sites.
Right, so how is the state actually fixing this? Funded by the board and local bodies, the action plan is incredibly systematic. They're actually setting up dedicated Kavu nurseries specifically to propagate these unique plant species. First up is a thorough biodiversity assessment. Then they move on to biofencing using strictly native plants, the aggressive removal of invasive species and plastic waste, and finally, the rejuvenation of ponds located inside the growths. Aspirants, whenever an exam question asks you to suggest restoration strategies, these are your precise, actionable bullet points.
And let's talk data, because to make your mains answers truly pop, you need hard numbers. Over 100 native and threatened plant species have been actively identified for this specific ecological restoration. Commit that number to memory. It's a small figure, but it perfectly illustrates the massive, concentrated biodiversity value these little patches of land hold.
Adding to that, the sheer physical scale of the intervention is really something. We are looking at nearly 3,000 saplings being planted across these selected sites to bring back their ecological health. Imagine writing your conclusion and stating that 3,000 saplings of 100 targeted native species are driving this pilot project. That right there is how you deliver a highly specific, data-backed, and powerful finish to your answer.
Okay, to wrap up this explainer, we want to leave you with a real-world challenge for your personality test. Picture the scenario from the interview panel. How would you balance modern developmental pressures with the necessity of preserving culturally protected ecological practices like Kerala's kavus? This is exactly the kind of bouncer the UPSC panel will throw to test your administrative acumen. Take some time to really think about this. Formulate a balanced, pragmatic response that blends the community and state-led efforts we just discussed, and drop your thoughts in the comments below. Keep pushing hard, aspirants, and we will catch you in the next explainer.